Izzy Kadavy, Kate McGuire, Emma, and Livy Brzezinski getting ready for state. Just take me back, first of all, to the first weekend of the season. And when you think about, maybe didn't play the greatest against Lakeview and got beat by Columbus High, and then a week later you lose again. Just what was that team like? How far have you guys come since?
I was worried the first week, but then I knew it always starts out a little rusty. But then once we hit the Concordia game, that was still a little bit rocky. But then we played Blair after, I think, and then it started going uphill from there, and it's been good ever since.
Hold on to that though, but CHS we only lost 1-0, and that was in overtime, and that was like, and that kind of showed, and they're had a pretty good season.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've had a good season, so I think that kind of also showed us our potential though, that we were able to stick with them. So yeah, it was like first game we definitely know we could have played better, but I think the second game already we picked it up after that. So.
But you guys just couldn't connect any passes at all that weekend. So
and, we haven't played with her
Mhm.
before us, so it's just like getting to know each other.
And it was a young team, so a lot of people haven't played together.
when it's sort of that rocky, you sort of talked about it, Livy, but just how to get to where you are now, did that seem? I know you guys still feel like you haven't played your best match yet, but to get to the point where you've scored, I think, 82 goals and let up 8 after the first weekend, if like, hey, you guys are still going to score like 70 more goals, you would have said what?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, but it took a lot of hard work. Like
At practice, each girl worked their butt off, whether they were like on the starting team or the sub team, and I feel like that really helped, especially like our defenders going really hard against our offense.
Was there a game or a practice where you felt like a light bulb came on or something, or anything you look back to where it's like, okay,
Van Meter.
I was about to say.
So when we played Van Meter, we were down by 1, and then I was like, okay guys, like let's pick it up, and then we all just like looked at each other and we're like, okay, we got this, and then Izzy put 2 in the back of the net in like a 2-minute span or something like that.
And that was the first game where everyone like it got kind of like chippy with like people talking back and forth. So that was kind of basically like adversity with that, like learning to keep our composure and like we're down 1-0. We hadn't really ever been in that situation. So I think it's just like fighting through adversity, like learning how to just keep composure and not like do what we know that we can do.
And like when we were down at Elkhorn, I feel like a lot of the girls like our level dropped, but in that game like we were like fired up and we're like, okay, let's go.
how surprising is it in a sense also that, Emma, you start, you're a freshman, Izzy's a freshman, Ella's a freshman. I think there's like 5 or 6 girls who either weren't on the team or were freshmen. So you guys half the team's newcomers. Just how?
Really positive.
Yeah. But good future. And that's why I think it took a couple of games for us to get in our groove, because nobody's played with each other yet. And varsity is like a totally different aspect of playing. Like it's way faster than like younger club, which Emma's played like, a lot of club, which is probably faster than our varsity. It's just a totally different game, so they had to adapt to that, and I think they did a really good job of it.
Are you worried at all about how prepared you are for? It's going to be a step. Obviously, you played Northwest before, but if you get through that game, the last month you guys haven't played a lot of quality. You know what I mean? Like, any concern about a step up in competition, or do you feel like maybe you needed that month as a young group to sort of, like, it was in your benefit to be able to lay a couple hurtings on some teams? And
our benefit necessarily, but I think that we have like the mindset that we can score.
I think it was in our benefit in that we knew that, like, yeah, playing wise it wasn't our benefit, but like in mindset wise, because we didn't go in with the right mindset to those games. And like I kind of said, like I've said before, but like that just kind of showed us like or Skylar or somebody, we didn't have a good mindset or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know whichever game it was, but
it would have been a week ago, and it was just like,
yeah,
a monsoon.
Like South and the game right after that too. Like neither teams were very good quality. We didn't come in with a great mindset. I was like Norfolk Catholic and like Lincoln High, and like we didn't come in with a good mindset to that game. That just kind of like showed us like, okay, we need to like have a good warm up, be prepared, and like so for state, like Izzy and Emma have not played at state, and like a lot of, like you said, we have a young team, so a lot of people haven't played on like that field. So and it's like a way different atmosphere.
It's a different feeling. It's like electric.
How much faith do you have you can respond to adversity, because you guys haven't been behind since Van Meter, and if you play a team where you're not, because you guys are always possessing the ball, like if you're behind and you can't get the ball, you feel like you guys have the resolve to respond, or how do you feel like that's gonna?